The current economic configuration isn't a mechanism for sustaining life. It's a system of filtration and discipline. Its task isn't to distribute resources by need, but to steer behavior through scarcity and dependency. Labor isn't self-realization. It's a condition for accessing basic rights. You can live if you're useful, but your usefulness isn't measured by real contribution. It's your embeddedness in the structure. Official rhetoric talks of labor freedom, opportunities, to each according to their merits, but the system predefines which merits convert to survival rights and which are deemed irrelevant. An artist nurturing collective imagination is a marginal. A financial speculator shuffling capital between folders is a respected professional. This economic structure is built to foster perpetual instability. Short-term contracts, rented housing, tomorrow hinging on market trends, seasons, or whims. This instability isn't a side effect. It's the model. A stable person is less controllable. Fear of loss is the universal motivator. Lose your job, status, mortgage benefits, insurance, access to healthcare, legitimacy. The system says, want security? Comply. Work, don't object, accept the rules, stay motivated, contribute to GDP, ask no extra questions. In return, you'll be granted the ability to pay your bills and, with enough loyalty, maybe take a vacation. The natural idea of exchange, cooperation, and distribution is replaced by debt dependency. You're born with zero balance and must immediately prove you deserve to live. Economics doesn't function as provision but as a polite threat. You don't receive, you extract. You don't live, you work. You don't eat, you earn food. This isn't about fringe cases, but the system's core logic. Even in abundance, you're in conditional access. Money isn't a tool, it's a clearance badge. Any attempt to step outside this context triggers the system's immune response. Don't want to participate? You're a freeloader, asocial, a slacker incapable of being useful. The irony, the system deems you abnormal not for being dangerous, but for not responding to its motivational levers. Refusing to work within its structure becomes a deviation needing correction. Sometimes through medication, sometimes poverty, sometimes stigma. This isn't just inequality. It's that independence from the system is equated with undermining its foundations. Don't ask for a salary, you're not playing. Don't depend on an employer, you're not in the structure. And if you're not in the structure, you're cut off from resources, not because you're idle, but because you're not wired into the vertical. Resources aren't distributed by need, they're tied to control. That's the economic essence, not accumulation, but distribution conditioned on submission. It looks like freedom. You can choose work in a bank, IT, or creative industry. But the fact that work is a survival condition turns choice into a sham. You're allowed plenty within the system. Step out, and the system clarifies at your own risk. Like a game where you can leave the arena but lose all your points. Economics isn't about money, it's about access. You're either in the exchange circuit or excluded. Even if you break no rules but step out of your assigned role, the system labels you a parasite unworthy of resources. Economics doesn't create value, it redistributes it, ensuring you always have just less than you need. Not for wealth, but for norm maintenance. To keep you running. Not for abundance, but for the right to stay inside.